So the client has turned over after we did the second leg, of course. I placed a towel underneath her head, and I'm putting a few drops on the far ends, so that when I will hold it, it will never get close to her eyes. Okay, but it's far, and so she will be introduced also to the fragrance when she turns around. She's set. We can start with the leg, and I will be working on this one.
First, you will apply the oil using the catwalk.
Draping is important, so draping, here we go.
When finished, move on to the lazy alternate strokes.
From the foot.
Next will be the half pipe. Effleurage is side by side, and then the waving effleurage back down.
From the foot. You can engage your fingertips also. Remember when we were doing the cuffing of the half pipe for the restore? I was going like this, and it was like breathing, adjusting. Maybe we can also have a little pumping of the fingertips. That could be a nice addition. Waving effleurage back in motion. So if a client likes more pressure, you can definitely engage the fingertips more. We're not doing deep work or energy work, we're just adding more pressure. Sliding.
When finished, move on to the forearm glide, starting with a hand at the beginning and the forearm as the shadow, sandwiching over and under on the way back.
This hand will disappear to let me finish the movement. Sandwiching.
When finished, next will be the light petrissage, the alternate rollerblading.
Two repetitions, if you can. And petrissage can start with the arch of the foot, below the malleolus, and once again, push more than you have for the return. Push, glide back, push, glide back. And once again, the movement starts from the hips. Rectus femur.
When finished with
Tensor
the
the fascia
petrissage,
latae. And the side of the tibialis. One thing that I forgot, and we're going to add it now, it's the work on the patella. You can work on the way up, add it to the second passage, or you can add it as you go down.
Next is the simultaneous gliding pressures, the Eagle flies.
We can start from the foot again. It will be very nice and interesting as we are here. And then the two hands merge. So press by engaging the body, and we also can work on the patella. Like we did on the other side, if you think you have hands that are too little or too small to work on a big thigh, maybe my hands could work on hers. But if you have a smaller hand and a bigger client, you can work in, out, in, and out.
When finished, we'll do upward style water over the rocks.
Make sure your fingers are not touching. You see the space? I am not doing this. I am certainly not doing this. The thumb goes first, the fingers touch, and as soon as my fingers are touching the tibia, this is my cue for the next one. You might want to take a look at my feet. It's not as pretty as the moonwalk, of course, but it serves its purpose for this massage, helping me to go back. For some of the movements that you see in this massage and the others, your body position, your body mechanics will be key.
Next is the forearm glides going in the different directions.
From here, you have your lower hand working outside, switching, pivoting. And on the second movement, you might want to take a look at how my feet are pivoting also, how my feet are pivoting. They're parallel to help me sit. I'm staying put. And as my hands are pivoting, so are my feet, which helps me go farther. I'm taking hold of the foot, because that's where we're going now.
Yep. Starting with the foot sequence begins by doing the slippers. The sides, then the over-under, then the sides again, and the over-under.
The reason why we do the over-under and under-over is because on the sides, my thumbs are side by side between the metatarsals. With this hand being over, my thumbs are going across. Now, going back to sides, my left one was on top, so my thumbs got inside the foot. Now, I'm reversing so that my thumbs are exploring the other malleolus area. As I'm finishing with side by side, I'm positioning the heels of my hands to have not this kind of work, but much slower in both directions. This gives me a cue for the next movement. My hand is positioned just below the malleolus. The other one is going to be on top of the thigh.
Harry, let's